please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a brief prayer. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bless us, Lord, as we gather today for this Freeholder meeting. Guide our minds and hearts so we may work together for the good of our community. Help us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in the face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Amen.
Amen.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, this is to announce that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided. Also pursuant to the 2018 bylaws, rules, and regulations of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Burlington, time shall be set aside on the agenda for the receipt of public comments. Public comments will be received with respect to agenda items prior to board consideration of resolutions to be adopted. An additional opportunity for public comment will occur later in the meeting. Public comment shall be limited to 5 minutes per speaker. Unused time may not be transferred to another speaker. Persons may speak once per public comment period. I direct the Deputy Clerk to enter into the minutes of this meeting this public announcement and the advance written notice of this meeting. Freeholder Hughes. Here. Freeholder Pulliam.
Here.
Freeholder Singh.
Here.
Freeholder Tiger.
Here.
Director Gibbs.
here. Thank you, Gina. At this time, I will be looking for a motion for approval of the minutes of the conference meeting of August 22nd, 2018, as well as the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of August 22nd, 2018.
So second.
Freeholder Hughes and Singh. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
I have to abstain.
Sure. For both of those items?
Yes.
Okay. Please mark those. All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, we already did this. Okay, so first up, we're going to be doing a proclamation presentation to Sean Patrick Green. We're commending him for achieving his Eagle Award. Come on up. Congratulations. So as many of you know, the Boy Scouts has the highest achievement in the Boy Scouts is the Eagle Award. And it takes an amazing amount of time commitment, public service, and it's really a wonderful organization that helps shape young men to be in the ideals of what everybody here in America really feels are core American values: giving back to your community, being responsible, learning, connecting with the outdoors, and just good, clean, educational fun, keeping our young folk out of trouble and making sure that you're on the path to becoming a future leader, which we know there are many notable historical leaders like President Gerald Ford, astronaut Neil Armstrong, and movie director Steven Spielberg. So you're now in quite the company.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your service project?
I built a playground for a church in Hainesport because there was a school there too and they didn't have one, so I thought it would have been a good idea to give them something to play when they're at recess.
So did you raise the money?
Yes, I raised the money by fundraisers. We had fundraisers at Villa Rosa in Burlington.
That's so great. Well, I know that the residents in Hainesport are so happy to have you representing them and achieving this, and for what you did for your community. It's such a wonderful way to give back. And so I'm going to just read a small portion of this proclamation that we have for you, which is that on behalf, be it resolved that the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Burlington, that this proclamation be presented to Eagle Scout Sean Patrick Green of Troop 764, Court of Honor, and your Court of Honor ceremony is coming up?
Yes, in November.
Okay, great. Well, I just wanted to present this to you. You want to get a picture? Does Mom and Dad want to come up and get pictures with Sean?
I'm good.
Okay. Well done. Congratulations. Sorry, can you get one more photo? Very good.
Thank you.
And next presentation, Brother Hughes.
Yes. First, I'm going to ask Holly Cuzella to come up front with me. And we're going to talk about this great new kids cookbook that we have available. So, Holly, do you want to first give a little bit of background on this?
Sure. We are at the health department are always trying to think of ways to engage everybody in a healthier lifestyle. And we know that sometimes the kids have the biggest influences on their parents. And we also know that kids love to cook. And so we decided to have kids from around the county enter recipes that we could then publish in a kids cookbook. And so we asked some of the individuals that submitted their recipes to come in today. And the cookbook, each of you will get your own cookbook, and then the cookbook will be posted to the county website for all of the residents to enjoy their recipes.
And the great thing about this cookbook is that it's for kids by kids, and it also in it is informational too. So it's telling you why this is a good recipe, what's important about it. It's important to eat fruits, vegetables, all of that. So let us bring up all of our master chefs in training. First we have Rocco Wiltshire, who gave us the peanut butter apple sandwiches. Actually, you know what? Let's do this up front so we can make sure everyone can see them.
Sharply dressed.
Okay. Hello. All right, this is for... Oh, we got one more thing for you. And this. You want to stay up here so you can be up here with all the kids? Okay. And then we have Srindi Godiani with the Pop Snack. There you go. You want to stay right up here? We'll get everyone. Oh, we'll do one. Okay. And then stay right up here, and we'll have Arnav Sharma with the Veg Burger. Here you go. You're welcome. Lily Fanico's spinach balls. I'm going to stay against the wall there for a minute. And then Alexandria Coleman's pizza bread. And now this was my favorite. Because Alexandria thinks that this was a healthy recipe because marinara is made with tomatoes. So I was very excited. Dominic with the Greek bean salad. There you go. Brendan Boucher, chicken wontons. Isabella McCann, zucchini apple torte. And then Caroline Browning, old-fashioned banana bread. All right, now that we got everyone, let's come along the front here so all your parents can see you. Follow me, we'll go straight across. Get everyone in, and hold up your bags or your certificates, whatever you want there. Got everyone in? We got Holly in? Yeah. Okay. All right, now let's look over to the left. All the parents over there. Let's look over that way, and then we'll swing back again. All right, now let's look to the middle. One more in the middle, and then we'll go right. Okay, now let's all look to the right a little bit. Everyone got it over here? Okay. All right, congratulations to all of our chefs. We're so excited that you can just be sharing all this information with us, staying healthy, keeping your families healthy. We good?
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
we've got one last presentation tonight. We're wishing Sergeant Denise Davis well wishes on her retirement, and we want to honor her long history of service to the county. So Warden Lee, would you come up with me, and Sergeant Davis, would you come up as well? Come on in. Hi, Sergeant. How are you? You don't look old enough to be retiring. How are you? Yes, you're not captain. So, 27 years of service to Burlington County. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We know that the corrections world, the work that you're doing on behalf of our county, not only keeping our residents safe, but also giving an environment where those staying are getting good treatment and are on the way to hopefully a better life, and for the role that you've played in shaping those lives. And I know that you're all a family over there, and we appreciate your years. We really appreciate your years of service, and you're definitely going to be missed here in the Burlington County family. We want to say thank you, and I hope you get to sip lots of frozen drinks on a beach in your retirement. Would you like to say a few words?
I would just like to say I was 22 years old when I came to the jail. I'm 50 years old now. I met a lot of friends. I gained a whole nother family. I'm really going to miss you guys. And thank you for always being there supporting me. I love you. Captain Blago, it's been an honor to serve you. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Warden Lee couldn't be here. He had a pressing matter he had to attend, but of course, I was going to come anyway. I think you started long before me, but I learned a lot from you. One time you were my supervisor, and then I moved up through the ranks. And one thing that I did learn about you is you did your job no matter what, and I really appreciate that. And supervisors like you made my job a whole lot easier, because no matter what, you were going to do your job, no ifs or buts. And I think your claim to fame was, I'm going to do my job, no disciplinary, no ifs or buts. And and that's why we are today. Coming into the facility within these four walls is one of the hardest things to do. I know corrections world, a lot of people don't understand it, but I really appreciate your years of service. I mean, that's a tough thing to do, a milestone that I can appreciate and respect. So thank you for your years of service.
Thank you. We've got some goodies for you. No.
Sorry, I'm emotional. I'm sorry.
So I'm just going to read a small portion. Now be it resolved that the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Burlington recognizes County Corrections Sergeant Denise Davis for her legacy of service, unwavering commitment to the county at large, and we express our sincere appreciation for your positive impact on improving the quality of life for all citizens of Burlington County. We have your 25-year clock here, as well as a certificate of appreciation. So do you want to bring your family up for a picture? You guys want to come in, or you want to?
These are like my officers.
Oh, okay.
My
You want to
squad.
you want to take a picture? You want to hold the clock for Sergeant Davis here? Come on in.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on up. And what's so amazing, I think, is the amazing women in our jail. Millie just retired our warden, and I love seeing that. It's amazing to see that little girls can look up and say, I can do that, I can be that, and so you're an inspiration.
Girl power.
Yeah, absolutely. Girl power. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Get so emotional.
It's always bittersweet when our county family retires after a long time of service, and we have the best staff in the entire world in this county. You're amazing. so I'm gonna open up the first portion of public comment at this time. This is for things that are on agenda items only. There'll be a second public comment portion. So Carol Melman, do you have something on the agenda?
I have one question on the agenda.
Sure, come on up.
Although it's Mr. Tyler's, so doesn't matter.
He's on the phone.
Oh, okay. I just was curious about item J29, boiler maintenance and repair for the Division of Parks and Services.
Yeah, Joe, can you speak to this item? It's the boiler maintenance and repair for Public Works Division of Building and Grounds, Resource Con.
I'm sorry.
It's J29, if that helps.
Yes, so we do a regular contract, I apologize, we do a regular contract for,
Let me tell you my question, that might be easier. I'm just curious what building?
it's all,
It's all of them, so.
any building I have a boiler for.
But for the
This
park.
building, human services,
Oh, so it's not just parks and it's not just the Parks Department?
it's under me.
Oh, okay. That's all. That's what I wanted to know. Thanks.
Lewis, please state your name and address for the record.
Louis Lopez, W11 Drive, Mount House. I got a question. J4,
Okay.
14, and 22.
4, 14, and 22?
Yes.
All right, I'll take them one at a time. 4 is authorization to purchase property fraud alert services from Fiddler Technologies in the amount not to exceed $20,000. This is for the clerk's office. This is a fraud alert system where county residents can sign up online to receive alerts anytime a document that is associated with their name or address gets, if somebody comes in to try to record a document, you would get an alert. It helps prevent fraud and other types of crimes from being committed with identity theft. So this would give us the access to the software, and then our county residents will be able to use this for free. So that's number 4. Number 14 is the MOU with the County Board of Social Services and Workforce Development. So basically we get grant funding from the state, and then it's to be used in a number of different ways. It's separated into several categories with workforce, and our Workforce Investment Board is part of our Workforce Development Institute, and so basically we enter into a memorandum of understanding where our Board of Social Services is getting the services in terms of workforce development and workforce investment. It's all done in coordination, so this MOU allows those two governmental entities to work together. And then J22 is a change order, which means that the project, it's a decreased change order, which means that whatever the initial contract that we had approved, this is a decrease of $2,300. So it just closes out the contract, we just have to change the amount by resolution. So it means that we're paying less for the contract. So it's a good thing, it means we came in under budget.
I'm just curious for nomination for like K and L. For K, I would love to get nominated for that.
You can submit your resume at any time.
And for I treated Jason Park. She's a Roman County. She'd be a good person for that position. She knows a lot about the school and how it works. And she's from Burlington.
That's wonderful. It's my hometown. No, anybody for any appointments, no matter what board it is, all of the information about the vacancies is available on our website. You can submit a resume at any time, whether there's a vacancy or not, and indicate whether you have a specific board or committee that you want to be part of, and we can keep you in mind for future openings. You can also just say, I have general interest. So if anybody who wants to submit a resume at any time, you don't have to wait for a vacancy, we will keep those on file, and like I said, they can either be for general or for specific requests.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Would anybody else like to speak to this portion of public comment? Seeing none, I will close that portion of public comment and move on to resolutions, and I will make a motion to move J1 through J9 by unanimous consent.
Second.
Second by Freeholder Hughes, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Freeholder Hughes.
Thank you, Director. I'd like to make a motion to move items J10 through J24 by unanimous consent.
So moved.
First by Hughes, second by Singh, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Freeholder Singh.
I'd like to move items J25 and 26 by unanimous consent.
Second.
Second by Freeholder Hughes, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Freeholder Tiber.
Thank you, Director. I'd like to move resolutions J27 through J30 by unanimous consent.
Second.
Second by Freeholder Hughes, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. This time, we're looking for nomination and election for a 5-year term to the Board of Social Services. And Freeholder Hughes?
I would like to place into nomination the name of Sandra Iaquinto.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll close nominations. We'll ask for a roll call.
Freeholder Hughes.
Iaquinto.
Freeholder Pulliam.
Quinto.
Freeholder Singh.
Quinto.
Freeholder Tiger.
Quinto.
Director Gibbs.
Quinto. Okay. And now nomination election for a 4-year term on the Rowan College of Burlington County Board of Trustees.
Director, I'd like to place into nomination the names of Gino Pascalone, Mickey Quinn, James Kerfoot, Dorian Morgan, and George Newtop.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll close nominations and move on to roll call.
Freeholder Hughes.
Names is read.
Freeholder Pulliam.
Names is read.
Freeholder Singh.
Names as read.
Freeholder Tiger.
Names is read.
Director Gibbs.
Names is read. Okay. Questions from the press? Second portion of public comment is for anything you'd like to discuss. Come on down. And this time, please state your name and address for the record. I forgot to ask you last time.
That's all right. Carol Melman, Springfield Township. The usual, save the pool in Pemberton. And the reason I asked about the boilers is obviously there's staff available and facilities to maintain the boiler system if you save the pool. And I'm just hoping that eventually there'll be a will, because by the time we get to the end of October, it'll be 1 year since I've been asking for you to save the pool and feeling like there's zero progress.
Thank you, Carol. Anybody else like to come up on other items? Lewis? State your name and address.
Louis Lopez, 98 Drive. Well, first question is, what's the status of the building that was torn down on Maple Ave? That's a county building.
Sorry, the building that was torn down.
But you know where Maple Ave?
Joe, can you give us an update?
Sure. The buildings are down. The last thing we took down was the tower. We got some finished grading to do, but we anticipate all the demolition of all the projects to be done before Halloween.
You know what's the status of that property?
Joe?
What's the future?
Oh, the future intent of the property has not been decided.
Okay, thank you. Second question is, I want to follow up on the request I asked you did for telling what's the next Burlington County Bridge Commission meeting. I'm still waiting for that answer.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
When's the next Bridge Commission meeting? The Burlington County Bridge Commission meeting?
Okay, they're on the website, but we can get you the information.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that for a while.
I apologize. Can somebody on staff please send that to Lewis?
Okay.
Somebody take control of that and do that. We'll get that to you. I apologize I thought somebody was going to send that to you. But it is, you're very computer savvy. It's right on the website. They're publicly posted just like every meeting.
My question is, I know Mr. last meeting, I want to thank Mr. Singh for clarifying an agenda item that was in the last Freeholder meeting. I want to thank him for clarifying. And what's the status of any news on the Senator Bridge? I'm not being here for...
What kind of news?
Any kind of news? I mean, any update?
No, you've been here at meetings before where you've applied for a grant to look at the pedestrian bridge that will be part of the Rancocas walkway, and we're in design. We put out we're doing design on the either side of the bridge, both in West Hampton and Mount Laurel, to start the feasibility of what concepts will work there, what amenities we can have there as a park. So obviously we'll have some parking so that people can get onto the trail. It'll go in phases, but hopefully we'll have, maybe, a fishing pier or a canoe launch. So the studies are basically looking at what can we do at these properties and how we can connect it to that Rancocas Greenway that's part of the master plan. So we're in the process of doing all of those things. Demolition, Joe?
We are presently reviewing financial options. We've talked with iBank. That's the new organization prepared that's part of the New Jersey Environmental Infrastructure Trust. So we're looking at what is the best financing option. The demolition plans and specifications are done and the permitting is done. So once we determine how we're going to finance demolition, we'll be ready to move forward.
And my last comment is, what's the update that to the energy saving, what's going to have going on like in the next few months?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
To save energy for entire Burlington County, that you can opt in and opt out, what's the status of that?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Energy
You're talking about
aggregation.
energy aggregation?
Yeah.
So this is a program that we put into place. We worked with our consultant to get guaranteed savings for PSE&G and JCP&L customers. The way that works is that typically the default rate for the state, it's an auction, it's a commodity. So there's an auction, one supplier wins the bid, and then they supply the energy to whatever, whether it's AC Electric, JCP&L, PSE&G, whoever you have as your distributor. So the default rate is set by the state. The county aggregation idea is to, instead of bidding it at the state level, which incurs a lot more risk because there's a lot more diversity and different levels of income, because it's just one county that's more homogeneous, you can go to auction and get a different rate that can beat the default rate, which results in savings. It doesn't change who's bringing you that energy, which is PSE&G or JCP&L. It just provides who that other person is that's providing it. So the idea behind it was to be able to get guaranteed savings of 3 and 5% from the default rate. And so some of the towns have decided to, we've made it available to all the towns. They can come in and utilize it. They don't have to, and then individual residents have the ability to opt in and opt out. So that's that program.
And I want to say thank you for Joe. He works at the Burlington County Ground Department. That's his name, right? Joe? I forget his name.
Joe Brickley?
Yeah.
Our county engineer back there?
Skinny guy. Every day at Burlington, he works at the ground.
We have a lot of building and ground staff, but there's a Joe that comes and sees you at lunchtime.
Oh yeah, you could eat those. That's a hard work.
So how does he stay so skinny if he's at Burger King every day for lunch? All right, we'll pass along the message of thank you. Thank you, Lois.
One thing, Director, is I just want to let you know, Lewis, bcbridges.org, the next meeting is Tuesday, September 18th at 3 p.m. And I'll get you the web address.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other comments from the public? Seeing none, I will close that portion of public comment. Move on to comments from freeholders. Freeholders saying.
Oh, thank you, Director. Just wanted to thank you for coming by, Carol and Louis, for speaking up. And best wishes to the County Public Safety and Public Works and Emergency Department in the oncoming of the hurricane in our way. Hopefully we'll escape it. Thank you.
Thank you. Freeholder Fullian.
I just wanted to make a comment. I wasn't able to attend any of the ceremonies for the remembrance of those who were killed in 9/11. I wanted to give a shout out to all of our emergency first responders in Burlington County Police Department. I know that I have in the past taken for granted these people. You know, we go to bed every night and we don't really give a second thought to what they do day in and day out. And I just want to recognize the folks in Burlington County because I know we have some of the best out there. And where's Nick? Nick out there? Nick, stand up. Congratulations. I want to wish you the best. I guess now I can tell everybody I knew you when you were a little guy running around Edgewater Park. But the state needs a lot of help, so help them out, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it, Director.
Thank you. Freeholder Hughes.
Do you want to check, please?
Who's going to go to you?
Okay. Well, it's been a few weeks since we've been here. We had a 3-week gap. In that interim, August 31st was International Overdose Awareness Day. So there was a number of vigils throughout the county. Something that is just always important to keep top of mind, that this addiction epidemic and opioid epidemic is still ravaging our communities. There's a lot that can be done. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good, and it's just something that we have to continue fighting.
Thank you. Freeholder Tiber, do you have any comments tonight?
No, I have nothing tonight.
Okay, well, enjoy your work conference in the great state of Texas.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your comments, everybody. And I want to echo what Freeholder Pullian said about Nick Bemke. You know, the state needs an entire overhaul of their information technology. And, you know, the conversations we've had over the years about making technology provide better services for residents at a better cost. I know that you going there is a godsend to the state. I am just so mad at you for leaving us because you've really done a phenomenal job. But I know that we're in really good hands with your team, who always do a phenomenal job. But we are going to miss you, and I look forward to seeing the innovation you're going to bring to the state because it is so sorely needed there. They're very behind, and of course behind Burlington County because you've had our department lead the way in the way government uses technology to serve our residents at a better cost. So thank you for all of your service. We're very mad at you for leaving, for the record. I just want that, you know, entered into the minutes. I'm very angry with you, but as a New Jersey resident, I'm happy that you're going there and you're going to help them. So thank you. And I just wanted to give an update on, as Freeholder Pullian mentioned, with 9/11, it brings up, you know, that we always have to remember and honor the men and women who put their lives on the line to keep us all safe. And you know, we've been working on this UASI funding, getting our fair share here in Burlington County and in South Jersey from the federal government. Right now, all of our federal funding for preparedness is going to Philadelphia and to Pennsylvania suburban counties, and New Jersey isn't getting any of it. We've been creating a coalition and leading the fight, and it looks like Camden County and Gloucester County may be joining us in passing resolutions. We also met with the Burlington County Fire Chiefs Association the other night and had all of them sign on to join our coalition. So we're going to keep fighting for our fair share to make sure that our first responders have all of the tools, all of the resources, the training, the technology, whatever they need to not only serve our community, but to keep them safe as well. They're putting, you know, they have our backs and they're putting their lives on the line for us, and we need to make sure that we're investing in them as well. So I'm going to continue that fight, and thank you so much for coming out. And with that, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second by, first by Freeholder Pullian, second by Freeholder Singh. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Adjourned. Have a good night.